Hi, I'm Jim, the owner of K-Pump, and I'm going to talk to you today about the K220 and the K20. People have been calling me over the last year or so asking me what's the best pump for them to use when they have an inflatable that requires higher levels of pressure, all the way up to 25 pounds of pressure. Uh, the problem that we frequently have is that most of the standard pumps out there today, the manual pumps, end up at maybe at 10 pounds at the max. Most of them are 5 or 6 pounds of pressure. This particular K-pump is designed in two stages. It's got a high pressure stage and a high volume stage. And by the way, we have the K20 and the 220, and for those people that wonder, they're exactly the same pump. You can see the difference in height, and there's a reason for that. But for the most part, they're the same pump, and actually we sell them at the same price. So let's start with the K220 because that's my favorite pump. I'm an old man and I don't like to bend over, and this allows me not to have to bend over when I'm pumping. Now, the important thing to look at the K-pump, it comes with an adapter already on the end of it, and that's a universal adapter. This adapter is designed to address probably most of the valves out there, but in particular the Hockey-Roberts and what is commonly called the Summit valve today, and that's a knockoff of the Hockey-Roberts. So you just insert them, and here's an example of the valve itself. You just simply insert the end of the adapter into the valve and start pumping. That's all there is. You pull down pressure and you commence pumping. But make sure you have the right adapter on your pump. There's another adapter out there. This one, by the way, just comes off, and this adapter is called the leaf field adapter. This does not go into the pump. You can see it, you can't get it in, but the pump itself, the nozzle of the pump goes into this. It fits and it goes down in here. Now you may look at this valve and you say they're the same. Well, they're not. If you look at the inside of this valve, the leaf field adapter, you can always tell one. It's got a round cover and it screws on. This has got a little cap that goes in and does a quarter turn and locks. If you look inside of this, you'll see threading. And the problem with the threading is that when you put the universal adapter into it, the air leaks around the threading, and so it doesn't work as well. Now, there are two volumes here. Now, if you look very closely at the end of the handle, you're going to see an arrow, and that arrow is going to have two sides to it, and one side says low and the other side said high, and it says pressure between it. If you understand that, high pressure, low pressure. So we want to start with low pressure, turn this handle counterclockwise, and you get the longer piston coming out. Now, this, when you start pumping with this and filling it up, what will happen is you can get to about 6 pounds, 8 pounds, and then it starts to stall out. It starts to get harder to push down. All you do at that point is put this back in here, and you kind of rotate it until it falls in these slots, grab the handle and turn it clockwise. Now you have a different plunger that comes out. This is much smaller diameter. This is the one that will take you all the way up to 25 pounds. Make sure to start with that we have it in the high volume setting, the high volume stage. All you do is stick the end of the pump into the valve. The reason I like the K220, and most people seem to like it, is it's pretty obvious right now. I'm standing upright, I'm not bending over, I can stand upright and I just pull up and I push down. Now, with your heel of your hand in here and open it up, you can put a lot of pressure on it. Because as you're pushing down, you're opening up the valve inside of the board. So my suggestion, and I've learned this from people out there as users, they say when you push down rapidly. Really push down hard and rapidly, but don't bottom it out. And the reason for that is every time you push down in there, you're injecting air inside the board. So you have to open that valve in that board, and the minute you withdraw it, the valve shuts. So instead of doing it slowly and trying to hold the valve open while you're putting air in, you do it quickly and you inject the air fast. people often ask me, what's the nice thing about these pumps besides the ease of operation? The nice thing about them is they come in a bag and they're easy to stow. And most people will take this pump. If you look at your board is mostly all the boards are this width. So they set this in the center of the board and just roll the board up around the pump and you're on your way. And with the K20, which is even more compact, it's simple. The only difference between the two is some people love this because it's very compact and it's light and it's not that much heavier. It's a couple of ounces and they like to carry it that way. So if you have any questions about the pumps, please never hesitate to give us a call. You may have a question regarding your valve. There's a lot of different valves out there. And some people will say, well, I'm not sure that pump will work on my valve. Give us a call. We'll be happy to help you.